It's a play bus! But where does it go? Where does it stop? Watch for the sign of the lollipop. Stop! It's the Y-bird stop.
One for me. One for Stuart. One for the pot. Hello, I'm just getting the tea ready. Now, where's Stuart got to? He should have been here by now. I wonder what he's up to.
Hello. Ugh, I better go and wash.
Stuart, is that you?
Yes, why, it's me. Oh,
What have you
dear,
been
dear.
doing?
Well, this morning, when I went out...
Hey. Get that dirty thing off my nice clean counter. What is it anyway?
I was trying to explain. Now, this morning when I got off the bus, I noticed that one of the tyres was fat, so I had to change the wheel. Now, this is a wheel spider.
Oh, don't be silly, Stuart. Wheel spiders are much smaller than that.
No, not a real spider, a wheel spider. It's a special tool for changing wheels. What happens, this end piece here fits over the nut, and then you twist it round, watch your beak, like that, off come the nuts, then off comes the wheel.
Oh, so where does all the dirt come from?
Well, why, if you were to roll around in dirty puddles all day like a wheel, you'd probably end up looking more like a blackbird than a Y-bird.
Oh, I suppose so. Hey, Stuart, do you fancy doing a real wheel puzzle? I think I've got one on the Y-Tech.
That sounds really great. Can I press the button, why?
Certainly not. You're not pressing anything till you get yourself cleaned up, young man.
Yes, well, I suppose I am a bit grubby, really. Changing wheels can be dirty work. Oh, and thirsty work as well. See you in a minute.
Oh, all right then. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round all day long, long.
Except when they've got a puncture.
Hey, that was quick, Stuart. Are you ready for the puzzle?
Ready, why?
Right, then press the Y-Tech. See if you can guess what this wheel belongs to. Oh, it is a big wheel, isn't it? Look at all those nuts. You definitely need a wheel spider for that one. Ah, it's a number 27 bus.
A double-decker.
Indeed. Now, what's this one? That looks like a very clean wheel, doesn't it? What do you think, Stuart?
Oh, it's a car.
A nice, clean blue car. Now, what's next? Ooh, now that's a strange-looking wheel, isn't it?
What's that piece going up the middle, why?
I don't know. It's got a splodge of red paint on it as well. Look at that. Well, I never. An aeroplane. Huh? Now, that's a strange wheel. Look at the spokes on that one. It's got a spring behind it as well. What do you think, Stuart?
I think I know this one. Yes, I thought so. It's a buggy.
Yes, a bouncing buggy. Oh, look at this one.
It's a bit grubby, why?
Got 6 nuts. Now then,
Oh, it's a big wheel.
it is a big wheel.
I think that'd be pretty good for going across fields.
You're right. It's a tractor.
Have you ever thought, why, that the wheel is only one part of a tractor? Now, how many different parts can you think of that are needed to make it go?
I know. A steering wheel glove, so the farmer can keep his hands warm in winter. Or some rubber mats so he can wipe his wellies.
But hang on a minute, why? Now, those things won't actually help the tractor go, will they?
Oh, Well, what about an engine?
Oh, engine, that's good, yes. Well, have a look at this, Y. See how many different things you can spot.
Hello, I'm just building this tractor. Well, I didn't build it all. There are a lot of us because there's a lot of bits and pieces to fit together. Headlamps, blinkers, dashboards, gear knobs, cabs, steering wheels, exhausts, tanks, engines, transmission, wheels, some bits have to be painted. All these bits and pieces are made into a tractor. Take it away, Ian.
Bye-bye, Ian.
Beep, beep. I've got some bits and pieces here for the make box, Y.
Let's have a look.
All sorts in here, look.
Oh, yes. But tractors are very slow, you know, Stuart. I fancy making something that goes like a streak of lightning.
Then press the Y-Tech, Y.
Good idea, Stupot. Doo-doo-be-doo. Right, let's try this one. Oh, a racing car. Think we'll print that one out. Print.
Right, here we are, Y. There are the instructions.
Right.
And what's over here? What do we need?
Right, well, first of all, you need a toilet roll holder and some
are.
sellotape.
Some sellotape. Here we are. Right.
So you've got to squash one end down and tape it together.
One end down.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, now have you got some little straws?
Little straws. Yes, there's some straws in here.
Right, now you've got to poke those through the little holes at the side.
Right. There's one.
They make the axles, you see.
Axles, right. What next?
Well, you need the wheels, don't you?
Wheels. Cotton reels.
Why not?
Right.
Real wheels.
Real wheels.
Get it, Stuart?
It's very good. Cotton reel wheels. Right, the wheels are on. How do we stick them on?
Blue tack or plasticine.
Here we are. Push those on the end.
That's right.
One. I hope this racing car goes well. Do you think it'll be faster than the tractor, why?
Oh, I should think so,
I hope
Stuart.
so. Right. It's coming on. There we are. What next?
Well, we need to give it a number, don't we?
A racing number.
A racing number.
Racing cars do have numbers on the front usually, don't they? So what number do you fancy?
Number 3, I think.
Number 3, right. Number 3. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Brum, brum, brum. Racing 3. Brum.
Now all we need's a driver.
Oh, one driver. Here you go, sir. Hold on tight and good luck with the race.
Wonderful. Hey, Stuart, there's no roof on this car. What happens if it rains?
I expect the driver will get very wet. Why?
Oh, I don't like the idea of that. Couldn't you have an umbrella or something?
I've got an umbrella here. There it is. Pop this in. Every comfort in this racing car.
Oh,
Look at that.
that's much better. That'll keep him dry, won't it?
It will indeed. I've got a storybook about a lady who keeps adding extra bits and pieces to her bicycle. Let's see if I can find it over here somewhere. Ah, yes, here we are. Now, the lady's name was Mrs. Armitage. Mrs. Armitage was out on her bicycle. Breakspear the dog ran alongside. A hedgehog walked across the road. Bring, bring, went Mrs. Armitage on the bell. What this bike needs, said Mrs. Armitage to herself, is a really loud horn. Mrs. Armitage brought 3 horns. They were all very loud. Beep, beep. Honk, honk. Brrr, went Mrs. Armitage on her horns. Then the chain came off. By the time Mrs. Armitage had got it on again, her hands were all black and greasy. What this bike needs, said Mrs. Armitage to herself, is somewhere to wash your hands. So she got a bucket of water and a towel and a soap rack with a bar of soap, and she hung them all onto the bike, and off she went with beautifully clean hands. What this bike needs, said Mrs. Armitage to herself as she cycled along, if it's to be looked after properly, is a complete toolkit. So she got a toolbox with spanners and screwdrivers and hammers and cans of penetrating oil, and she fixed it onto the back of her bicycle, and off she went. By now, Mrs. Armitage was beginning to think about food. What this bike needs, said Mrs. Armitage to herself, is somewhere to carry a light snack. So she got a tray for apples and bananas and cheese and tomato sandwiches, and a holder for a bottle of lemonade and a flask of cocoa, and a special basket for bones and dog biscuits for Breakspear, and she fixed them all to the bike, and off they went. But by now, poor Breakspear was feeling quite tired running along beside the bicycle. You could tell because his tongue was hanging out and he was panting. What this bike needs, said Mrs. Armitage to herself, is something for a faithful dog to ride on. So she got some iron brackets and some nuts and bolts and some cushions, and she made a seat for Breakspear, and off they went. They'd stopped beside the road for some sandwiches and dog biscuits when it began to rain. Great heavens, said Mrs. Armitage. What this bike needs, Breakspear, is something to keep the rain off. So she got 2 umbrellas, one large and one small, and she fixed them up on the bicycle, and off they went. Riding through the rain, Mrs. Armitage began to feel rather downhearted. What this bike needs, said Mrs. Armitage to herself, is a bit of cheerful music. So she got a transistor radio cassette player and a lot of cassettes of cheerful music and a mouth organ so that she could join in, and she fixed them all to the bike, and off they went. Mrs. Armitage was turning the pedals so fast and blowing the mouth organ so hard that soon she was nearly exhausted. What this bike needs, said Mrs. Armitage to herself, is a bit of extra oomph. And so she got some wood and some ropes and some tarpaulin. She rigged up a mast and a sail, and she added a few yards of bunting and an anchor into the bargain. And off they went with the wind behind them, faster and faster, until crash, crunch, clang, clatter, thud. Whoa! What this bike needs, Breakspear, said Mrs. Armitage as she picked herself up from the wreckage, is taking to the dump. And what I need is whoopee! But what these roller skates need, said Mrs. Armitage to herself, what these roller skates need is...
Whee! Poor Mrs. Armitage. Goodness knows what she was going to do with those roller skates. Hey, but I'm a bird. I don't need wheels. I flap my wings and fly. I don't get punctures or covered in mud because my name is Why. Wheels. Who needs them?
Brum, 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 brum. Ding, ding. Brum, 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 brum. All these vehicles have got wheels. Some have got 4 wheels, some have got 3, and some only 2. Why? This is for a game.
Ooh.
Now, the idea is to match the people with the vehicles they may drive.
Right. Well, how do we play?
Now, press the sound box, see what happens.
Oh, right. Oh, sounds like an emergency to me.
So which vehicle?
Fire engine.
Fire engine, right. In you go. Beep, bop, beep, bop, beep, bop. Now, who drive the fire engine?
Well, a fireman, of course.
Right. Oh, here he is. In you go, sir.
There we are.
Right, press again, why?
Right, here we go. Oh, another emergency. The police.
The police car, right. Where's the police car? Here we go. Meema, 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 meema. Probably going to see if everything's all right at the fire. And where's the policeman?
There he is with his helmet on.
Right. OK, stand back, everyone. Stand back. You don't want to get burnt. Stand back. Right, press again.
Oh, right. The motorbike.
A motorbike. Rum, 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 rum. Park there.
That's
now, where's
right.
the motorcyclist?
There he is, there, with the red helmet on.
Right. There we go. He'll be seen at night, won't he?
Yes.
There we are. Right, press again, why?
Right, OK. I know that one. It's a bicycle bell.
It's a bit like Mrs. Armitage. Here we go. In with the bike. Now, who do you know who would drive a bicycle then?
Let's see what we've got left. Oh, it must be the postman.
The postman. Letters for Wybird. Letters for Wybird. There, press again.
Ooh, it's an aeroplane.
Aeroplane, right. Coming into land. Clever old aeroplane. Hasn't got a pilot.
Oh, he's over here. There he is.
With his goggles on. Right. OK.
And
Try again, White.
Right, here we go. How did that sound?
You know that?
It's a bus.
Right, here comes the bus.
Stuart? We haven't got a bus driver.
Haven't got a bus driver, why? What about me? I drive a bus.
So you do.
It's time we were going now, and I promised Dot I'd pick up some things for her.
Oh.
Right, where did I put them? Down here. Ah, here we are. It's a doll, a comb, and a fan. I think that's everything. Bye. See you next time.
Hey, I hope he doesn't get another puncture, or else we'll have to push that bus home.
Come on, why?
Oh, all right, Stuart. Bye-bye. Coming! Flap, 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 flap.